Welcome back to the show, everybody. Mr. Pop That Thing, that's me, the one on the triple, the G.O.D. That's my Miller the Green Monster Squish Murderer in the congregation. May you be praised for holding down my six. Bessie, Janine, Magdalene, the intern, Annalise, yo girl, and my Miss Marcy, aka Miss Marceline. Hold on the unos, doses, thraces, and quattros, but most importantly, you, yes, you're live right here with us, right here on Team G Ref TV. And yo, welcome back to another episode of the Savage Era, baby. Because yo, we've got WWE tables, ladders, and chairs, and we just finna hop right into the mix because we just finna hit this rapid fire. Because I know y'all got things to do, I got things to do, but I gotta talk about some pro wrestling rules. You know what it is. So, given the state of WWE and what it is that one of the questions I literally had leading up to this pay-per-view is, how did we get here? And it's like thinking about literally how we got here, and it's kind of like, well, given what's next, yeah, that makes sense when you think about it. And that was something that I literally realized a couple of minutes ago before I sat down. Like, because I was literally sitting up here just trying to gather my thoughts, trying to figure out what it was that I was like trying to understand about why this pay-per-view was what it was. And then, yeah, we're finna get ready to start the road to WrestleMania. So, yeah, a lot of shaking out the books, clearing things out, and making roads even now to prepare for that journey to the road to WrestleMania. But anyway, we need to start off with our kickoff show where we got Big E, Daniel Bryan, Otis, and Chad Gable versus Sami Zayn, King Corbin, Cesaro, and Shinsuke Nakamura. You know, the artist known as Shinsuke. But anyway, here's my question about this whole thing. You could take 6 people out of this match, and you could have made this the Intercontinental title match that you know that you're building to with Big E and Sami Zayn, and just have Big E take the win because that was the result of this match. Now, let's think about this for more of a grounded thing that 8 people went out there got a paycheck. You could take that for what it is, that this is a showcase of what SmackDown's mid-card can really do and what they're doing by kicking ass and stuff. But if your whole point is to really fully establish and continue to go in on this Big E finna win the Intercontinental title thing, you really didn't need all this fluff. I will really quickly shout out to that dude, Paul Heyman, because oh my God, what he said to E on Talking Smack had my mouth down to here. And the man wasn't lying. But it'll be interesting to really see like what the future of Big E is. It's like, will we get the 5 count back? Because he already coming back. He got the powder clapping it up. So like, yo, I need, because 3 ain't enough, man. I need 5. So it'll be interesting to really see that now that we're starting our road to WrestleMania of what you really do with Big E. Because I want Big E to win the Rumble. Hell, you're like, well, if he carried the Intercontinental title into the WrestleMania main event, I don't care. I just want E to win the Rumble. Because if E win the Rumble, we already know what it's going to be. So it'll be interesting to see because that's something we'll look at because I don't know what brand has the Elimination Chamber. And if I knew that information right now, or if there are going to be multiple Elimination Chambers, or will there be people from each brand in the Elimination Chamber, winner goes on to WrestleMania, something on how the hell you solve that, but both of the men and the women and things of that nature. But we'll see though. I want to see E win the Rumble. It'll be great for him to get his first singles title. But that, again, that all depends on how they really want to book this long term. But we know that E gonna win the Intercontinental title. It could be Friday night on SmackDown because that match has already been set. So I will keep my emotions to the chest. But it'll be interesting to see where they go with this Big E thing, because that's really literally that's all I'm really concerned about right now when it comes to the SmackDown mid-card. The Chosen One versus the Phenomenal One, right? This is another one of those episodes. It was literally interesting how we got here because AJ ended up in a 3-way match. You knew he was going to be booked to win because I really didn't see Matt Riddle actually winning that thing and actually competing for the WWE Championship. He gonna get his shot. He gonna get his time. It's not right now. Something Keith Lee. We're not gonna get into that right now. But match was hot. Here's my problem. Miz, why? Why now? Why would you do this now? It's like, I will be literally for real. The whole Money in the Bank thing, especially after Otis has been thrown to the wayside because Vinnie Mac don't give a shit anymore, is I'm literally figuring out why would Miz cash in the way he did? That don't even seem like the way the Miz would even think to cash in the middle of the match. That the match still had some popping going there. You would have thought at least that the Miz would have let Drew celebrate after he beat AJ. Yeah, I'm holding the title. Then get clucked in the back of his head in the easy 1, 2, 3, and we got a new champion. But again, the Royal Rumble's next month. So, no. And it's like, it took me a second. Like, that's one of those things that I knew I had to sit down and talk about. Was why, and then I realized, yeah, the Royal Rumble. So, you wouldn't want to change champions this quickly. Because, again, we've got a whole road to WrestleMania. Many times for them to shift and change gears. But at least the Money in the Bank briefcase is off the board now. So, we won't be seeing that until after WrestleMania unless they want to do something with it. I highly doubt they will. So, I don't know. So, whether is we going to compete for it at WrestleMania, whether or not you're going to do something with it in the road up to, at least that's off the table. But let's take a second before we leave this and wonder, what did we all sacrifice this for? Is that I'm still thinking that they still booking Drew to be a monster when they shouldn't have took the title off his ass in the first place. I'm like, you got AJ, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, whatever, that you need somebody to fill in this month to be Drew's punching bag so that he can defend the title because he's a fighting champion and shit. And almost, or something like that. But seeing and thinking about what the road to WrestleMania is going to be and how this all played out, I don't know. Match was hot. Match gave me more than I thought that I could get out of a Drew McIntyre AJ Styles match in your TLC rules with the Miz cashing in for no fucking reason. You get what you get, you ask for what you ask for, and sometimes you get what you want. In this instance, it was the latter, but anyway. There are some days where I have no hope. When they were sitting up here like teasing Carmella to come back, I was just kind of like, yeah, I guess, you know. And that's literally how dismissive I was of it. As a watcher of SmackDown of, y'all bringing Carmella back? Okay, whatever. Carmella ain't done nothing but fucking amaze me since she came back. And the boss always doing what the boss do. And like this match was like again, like I walked into this, like even given the bottles that have been broken on people's backs and how good Carmella looked, it's kind of like I had some reservations sitting down and watching this. All those reservations immediately went out the window. In a losing effort, Carmella looked hella good. And again, Royal Rumble type shit of You'll be able to build a storyline of maybe Carmella claw her way back and then because of this performance gets the headline of WrestleMania. You never know. We're going to literally talk about that because things. But match was hot. Like smoking, smoldering, H-O-T-T Winnie Barnes hot. You know what it is. But y'all don't know about that last reference. You was a hot shit for your ass. But the another one, like, you know, we'll talk about that at the end. But just know that there's going to be a coming reference of this pay-per-view gave me more than what it was that I was looking for. That because of the builds up to it, it was kind of like, well, you gonna do this, but show me something at the pay-per-view. This is proper blow off. But again, because we're preparing for a road to WrestleMania, we need to pave that road properly. It'll be interesting to see where Carmella falls into that and where Sasha Banks is going to literally be when it comes to the title picture on SmackDown. We got new tag champions in the Hurt Business. So I'm wondering, you know what I'm saying? My first question is, because we're going to hop straight to it, are they going to, because I wonder if I don't think that MVP is going to hop in there and do some Freebird New Day type shit. So I don't think that's what it is. My only issue with this is I've seen this done better on television. That's my only issue with this. I'm like, I understand because of what things are and what you can do with a road to WrestleMania with the New Day with E over here clapping it up and you got Kofi and Xavier doing their thing and then like Xavier about to go do some things and you know Kofi is Kofi. I kind of get why you get the title change here. And that makes sense when I think about it that way. That boy Shelton Benjamin can still motherfucking go rap. I'm loving, and I mean I'm loving this new Cedric though. I'm loving this. Like I'm loving it. Like you seeing like these little bits of he getting extra selfish, he feeling himself, and I'm like, yo, that's a role Cedric playing really well. And I'm like, and again, it was another one of those, he turned heel and I didn't know what to expect, but yo, with MVP doing the heavy lifting for the Hurt Business, man, talking and hitting the promos, and I'm like, and you got workhorses like Lashley putting in work, even though he was nowhere on the title, he was nowhere on the card this evening until after the Hurt Business won the tag titles. It'll be interesting to see what his road to WrestleMania is looking like. So it's gonna be a lot of good things. So, you know, really quickly, because I didn't get a chance to the last time, shout out to that boy Xavier getting that job on G4. Even though Carlton Big C Lewis was a black person on the channel who got chased by the Mexican fucking police. You'll understand what I'm saying later. In today's news of why, nigga, why? Damn you, Charlotte. Damn it. Like, okay. Actually, give me some. Where's my water? Cause I need a sip though. Uncle Triple needs a sip. Cause the fuck though. The rumor mill was buzzing, but there shouldn't have been no rumor mill buzzing because this was Lana's moment and you took it away. But when I think about this on an inverse of fuck with your boy though. If they really want to do something really stupid, Lana could Luigi her way into WrestleMania. Thank you, Botchamania, for that visual. Lana could Luigi her way into a world title opportunity on the grandest stage of them all, ladies and gentlemen. That's a scary fucking proposition, bruh. They literally ended this woman, got her off TV, so they could, instead of giving you the consolation prize of being a tag team champion, she could literally win the title at Mania, dude. That is fucking scary. It's like Otis all over again, but worse. Not saying that CJ Parker is a bad performer or anything, and Miro kicking ass over in AEW. I don't know what the hell I mentioned that for, but that is a thought that literally just creeped into my head as we were finna talk about this match that was decent for everything in it. I'm just mad that Charlotte Flair and Asuka are the tag team champions. That makes no sense. But again, it makes sense in the instance of the Royal Rumble because you don't have Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler doing this. So ultimately, where you know this is going to go, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are going to get in something where it's going to be a one-on-one for a title shot, whether that's on a random Raw, whether we get to Elimination Chamber, it's like there are a lot of moving pieces in this. Again, Charlotte could have stayed gone. See, honestly, and I'm going to say this live, I'm like, well, okay, but then, okay, I'm going my own head. Okay, this is brain to me talking, so I'm gonna rap with y'all. Charlotte could have made a damn good return, like surprise return, even though we knew she was coming back at the Royal Rumble, which I think would have hit different. Instead of Asuka and Charlotte, foes turned tag team champions. In the news of why the hell did Charlotte beat Asuka any fucking way, which I'm still salty about. Look at the board of things of Uncle Triple salty about. The Undertaker not retiring after WrestleMania 28. Charlotte beating Asuka. Things I'm salty about. Brock Lesnar defeating the Streak. Roman Reigns beating The Undertaker. A lot of things about The Undertaker. You should watch that thing where I told Taker thank you for 30 years of entertaining the fuck out of me. But again, wrestling, small list of wrestling things Uncle Triple talked about. Oh, wait, another one. The Invasion. Yeah, it's right here some fucking where. The invasion, nigga. Yeah, still fucking mad. But Kenny Omega gonna save us, so it's okay. But anyway, given that this is a match with Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Asuka, and Charlotte Flair, you get the match you're looking for. But I got questions as it pertains to the Royal Rumble and the road to WrestleMania. What the hell this actually fucking means, I don't know. It'll be interesting to sit back and watch this play out the way that I think this is going to play out. But that creepy thought of Lana Luigiing her way to a title shot at WrestleMania scares the fuck out of Uncle Triple. So I'm just putting it out there. Real fucking rap. Okay. The head of the table. Man, been kicking ass. Something Jey Uso. I don't know. Paul Heyman. Kevin Owens. Okay. So, let's establish something about this build, because I think this was like really one of the only builds like I really kind of got invested in, because it's this non-baby face I give a fuck Kevin Owens that shows up every now and then that I kind of appreciate, because how else would you have somebody play off the head of the table who has become the biggest heel in the fucking company, which I thought I would never say, because something Apple Dudes or whatever, just throw that over there. Regardless of that, I appreciate that this was nothing but a continuation of the story you're trying to tell, of the scrappy Kevin Owens fighting for the justice against the head of the table and all this old shit. This man literally fight off two men in a wrestling match in a losing effort. But I think that's, again, because of road to WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, blah, 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 is understanding and knowing that this ain't over, right? The understanding and knowing this is a thing that is not over yet, because I really think you can squeeze a little bit more time out of here before you got to focus to every man for themselves, because actually, you know what? I'll check that right now, because Uncle Triple wants to know, so that I am properly letting you know what's popping off in 2021. So when is the Royal Rumble? The Royal Rumble is when? The Royal Rumble is at the end of January. So that would explain a whole lot, because you got a month of build. A whole month of build that you really should. So you got like what, 5, 6 Raws and SmackDowns to literally build to the Royal Rumble, for trying to sit up here and set up all the pieces for your other matches that surround your two 30 men, your two 30 men battle royals and all this old stuff. So yeah, I'm with you there. I'm with you there. So this was another match that I kind of walked into it kind of like, well, you know what the result's going to be, so I'm going to let the match do its thing. And the match did its thing. Kevin Owens looked wonderful in getting his ass whooped, because see, this could have gone a whole different way and Kevin Owens could have looked like shit getting his ass whooped, and it would be a whole different thing. To say in 2020 that Roman has been delivering the goods in the wrestling ring, things I thought I'd never say, but here I am saying them. Jey Uso has been great. Paul Heyman has been a great instigator of getting that story to continue while letting Roman flourish in this role of being head of the table and the biggest heel in the fucking company. It is wonderful to see. This is probably one of the few matches that if you want to pick a match off the card to watch, it's this one. Just because with or without the build, even though they give you the hype package or whatever, of understanding that Kevin Owens, the scrappy underdog of I'm going to fight for the justices, my nigga, it works. But here's the question though. How much longevity does this head of the table have? Because that's not something that I would normally question, but you know, it's just something that popped in my head of, Roman is like, I'm not saying that Roman can't hold the gimmick forever, that he can't be this, but it's like, what is this leading to? I hope it's not leading into a match with The Rock at WrestleMania, because I need you to look at me, universe. I don't want to see that shit at all. Tell Dwayne stay his ass at home and go make another Fast and the Furious or another Jumanji movie or anything with that little short nigga Kevin Hart. Stay away from the wrestling ring, Rock. I'm not telling you what to do, but I really think that this doesn't need your influence in it. Now, I understand of the whole head of the table passing the torch thing, but remember, in Philly you did this and no one cared. So, don't know. But I don't want to see Rock in a wrestling ring. I don't want that. I don't think nobody does. But it's my whole thing of building a credible threat to knock. Building a credible threat to knock Roman off. That's kind of where we are right now in the thick of what this is. Can you build that character to knock him off? And like I said a couple of months ago, I really think that E would be perfect. I really think that grooming E, getting E booked and booking it properly and getting him to that WrestleMania moment, though, that will sell tickets. Well, not tickets. This is COVID. There are no such thing as tickets anymore. You understand what I'm saying. It's big money shit. Big money match shit. Do it. Book it. Watch. If you don't watch no other, it's like between this match and the Sasha Carmella joint, those are two standout bangers tonight. You know what I'm saying? And even we ain't even talked about our main event, but it is what it is. I want to continue to see Roman and the bloodline do things. I'm loving it right now, but I'm ready. I'm not sitting up here like in any rush to see Roman get knocked off, but I want to see somebody properly booked to take the title from his ass. I want to see that happen, and I want WWE for a chance to actually deliver on the promise of building up somebody credible to knock him off. And I will say this, and I'm gonna put this in out there. I think it's E's time. I really do, and I really think that if you got no other choice but to pull this trigger, do it now. Because again, like I said earlier when we talked about the New Day versus the Hurt Business, given that Xavier about to go do the things with G4, Kofi can take a chance to do some little single things on Raw, whatever. It's the perfect time to pull that trigger on E. It'll be interesting to see. The Fiend's dead. I like to thank you for joining me for another installment of, the Savage Era, because a man got burned to death. Well, technically it was a dummy because they pre-recorded the damn match, but we're not going to get into that. An RKO when two niggas on fire. I'm like, between that and that Seth Rollins RKO and whatever, I forget what WrestleMania that was. The fuck? Like, the bill for this was interesting. There was hide and go seek. There was Alexa Bliss is your weakness, and I'm kind of like, I'm a little confused here, but okay, I believe you. I don't know what's going on, and I'm not going to ask. It's probably better that I don't. It took a while for the match to, get started when there was fire involved, and it was kind of different because of, Thunderdome and people, and I guess you can set it up different because it's not actual people, but if you set a TV on fire, I guess everyone's okay with that, and there were literally people hiding behind a little pillar, so I hope no one got burned to death. But yeah, it was a match where a dummy got set on fire, and given what happened after the match was over, this may be the end of the Fiend character, but the Fiend did some good work, but at the same time, they mismanaged the character in ways that we're not going to get into now. Actually, the mismanagement of Bray Wyatt as a character, as a wrestler, the Fiend, etc. Okay, fine, cool, whatever. It's been a long while since we've seen an Inferno match. I wonder if that's going to be in 2K22. Probably not, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But regardless, though, that is indeed that for another installment of the Savage Era. But I'm just saying, up and down, even given the hits and a couple of misses in there that I don't agree with that Charlotte shit, is that card was nice. Card was nice. Again, I'm interested to see what this road to WrestleMania means for people that I'm paying attention to. You got Big E, you got Roman Reigns I'm paying attention to. I'm like, yo, it'll be interesting to see, like, especially when we get the course correction of what they gonna do with the Elimination Chamber. It's like, I'm kind of like, again, like that Charlotte shit don't sit well with me. The thought that they could book Lana, literally Luigi does nothing and getting a shot at WrestleMania, that's gonna piss some people off if they pull that shit. But at least I don't see Charlotte winning any men's titles, so I guess, Spring Break Jay would be okay with that. So I don't know. But yo, pro wrestling looking good though. You know what I'm saying? I did that little mini joint about my boy Kenneth Omegas, but yo, I will definitely be watching Hard to Kill because bang, Bullet Club is in the building. The Good Brothers and the best wrestler in the world, the best bout machine, Kenneth Omegas. It's gonna be interesting. I'm literally watching Impact again for real now. So it is what it is. But regardless of that, we've got plenty more show for all of you. So please sit back, relax, and stay tuned with me, Mr. Pop That Thing. That's me, the one and only triple the G.O.D. aka with the CRACKCOCINE. Hashtag entertainment's #1 domain. And indeed, I am the baddest monster in existence, and don't you ever, ever, ever forget it. Don't. That would be an unwise move. Don't forget who it is that I'm is. Speaking of don't forget, that's my man, the ace, my mellow, the great monster Squish Murder, and the congregation. May you all be praised for holding down my six. Sheila, I see you, girl. What's up, Candace? Pinky Gang in the building, man. Got the Queen, got Alice in the building. What's up, everybody? Choco Vanille. Got Big Black in the building, Stephen A, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, that's the family. So, I almost forgot about your family. I'm sorry, I got Big Red in the cut. It's good. Love my people. Speaking of, Betsy, Janine, Magdalene, the intern Annalise, yo girl and mom, Miss Morris, aka Miss Muscly, Honani Unos, Doses, Thraces and Quattros, Big Sis, Little Sis, and Big Cuz. Together they combine like Captain Planet and all the ladies of rage, and without them, I don't bring you this motherfucking fire! I'm getting hyped, baby. Getting hyped, though. The ladies of rage. Thank you, ladies, for doing what y'all do better than anybody in the business. Look. Subscribe button, bells if you're interested in what we're doing around here on Team GRF TV. All my social media links are down below. If you want to support the show and you're tipping your cash money, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Patreon. Shout out to my boy Drew, a.k.a. Young Moneybags. And a short shout out to my little brother Ryan Bomber, a.k.a. one half a part of the hentai, not combined to be the other half. And that makes us the most dangerous dude in the motherfucking business. So, we got more show for you. I got things I actually got to review and clothes to put in the dryer. So, it's going to be a fun day. So, regardless of that, we've got plenty more shows for all of you. And we've got it right after these commercial messages. You cynical dog. Bang! Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning. More show for all of y'all right after these commercial messages.